Welcome to the first episode of the Idiot Trading Challenge. What we're going to do is start off today by going over some of the basic rules that we're going to be following, and then we're going to move straight on to Monday's footage.
I think Tom's going to go big. I think he's going to go one or two.
He's going to split up. He's not going to spend everything straight away.
He loves his entertainment. He loves Disney. He loves Cineworld.
Facebook or Twitter, something like that as well for the social media side of him.
So this is it, the beginning of the trading challenge for me and Tom. We're just on a Zoom call prepping the first week. So for the first week, we're going to be on the Practise demo account, which gives you £50,000 to play with. Just making some trades, learning about some of our strategies, the kind of system that we're using, and then we'll probably this time next week we'll plunge into real money and see what we can do with that. So Tom, have you got any thoughts about how you're going to approach this week, or maybe the wider challenge as well?
Oh, so you're already trying to dig up some tactics.
Yeah,
I like it. No, I have a little list of some stocks that I'm looking at getting. Most of them I'm hoping for just a quick turnaround with, just to get a bit more money in at first, and I'm probably going to be splitting my pot across a few different shares, but some are going to be more long-term than others.
okay.
Just try and get a bit of that money coming in straight away so that I can reinvest that elsewhere. But yeah, I do have my eye on a few already. What about you? What are you going with?
I've tried to kind of look at, I know, like, having spoken to a couple of people before about stocks and stuff, that the value is based on how people think they should be valued, and whether or not people start buying them when they think they're undervalued or whatever. And it's normally that's based on when they report. So it's like a projection to when they're going to report. So obviously small changes in behavior shouldn't really affect the price too much, but I am trying to think about who in the next, well, certainly for this practice week, in the next week might see an upturn in business because of the sector that they're in or something like that. And then looking at how they're performing, and also looking at whether or not how they're recovering since the crash in March. Have they fully recovered since March? Are they only partly recovered since March? Are they still falling? That kind of thing, and trying to make some judgments based on that. But yeah, there's a few different sectors that I've kind of got my eye on. I think we'll probably be a bit more open once we're into the throes of things. I think,
Yeah.
We'll have kind of determined our own strategy. But yeah, it's a nice little bit of friendly competition, bit of bragging rights kind of thing.
Keeps it entertaining.
Yeah, it's just something different to do, innit? We're not going to lose any fortunes. We're not going to make any fortunes, But yeah, I think it could be quite interesting to see where this goes. So over the next week, are you happy to kind of document what you're doing, and kind of, if there's any big changes, kind of maybe talk about the route you're going down, and then we'll pull this all together at the end?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm just gonna be recording what's going on, and if there's anything I've seen, I might just stick the video on myself and talk through a little bits and bobs.
Nice. So I might be sending you some updates via Messenger as well. Whether or not they're real, you'll have to determine that yourself. I might double bluff you, try and force you into some erratic moves. But yeah, I think it could be interesting. It's going to be good fun. I think we're going to.
Right, so I've just come off with Matt after that first chat. Hopefully you all understand what's going on. What I've got here is just a few that I've just added in. So I've been looking at Cineworld for quite a while now, especially since all the COVID stuff started dropping. I was looking at it when it got to about 18p, which mid-March time. I've got some of my own money invested in this already, and I do think that it is going to keep going up, so I'm going to just leave that one in there. I'm going to get a few with this 50,000. Hopefully over this next week it can carry on rising like it has been at the minute. It is slightly up and down, but I think that one can make a little bit of money off it. The rest of these, I've just been looking at some that are part of the FTSE 100. Most of these are around about half what they used to be before all coronavirus hit. A lot of them have also started going up slightly. So literally my thought process behind this is probably split the 50,000 between each one of them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. Probably try and find a tenth, and I'll just put 5,000 in each. I'll keep a check on it each day. If I can quickly turn something around, I will. But what have we got? Let's see. This last one that I pick is probably just going to be pulling something out of thin air. Don't particularly want something like Apple, Facebook, Amazon. Don't think they'll change much over the week, really. Tesla. That's an interesting one. Johnson and Johnson. Yeah, let's go with Johnson and Johnson. I'm sure Matt will appreciate that one. Right. So literally what I'm going to do now is just going to go through, for each one of them that they are, I'm just going to put 5,000 behind each. Okay, so I've finished spending my full 50,000. That's probably the quickest 50,000 I'll spend for a little while at least. I'm just waiting on the Johnson & Johnson one. Just waiting for the market to open on that one, I think. But that's us set up with everything there. The Cineworld one's already going up, which is nice. Return's still down at the minute, but it's kind of to be expected to start with. What's EasyJet looking like? Okay, yeah, EasyJet, that should hopefully come back up. I saw that rise quite a lot this morning, so we'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, well, I'll leave that for now. Probably check it a bit later on, see what's going on.
So this is the first set of trades I'll be making as part of the challenge. These are for the demo account. In total, I've invested £28,000 of the £50,000 we've been allocated, and that's gone into the BT group, who were 131 in March, down at 102 at their low, and back up at 125 now. And the next company is a company called Gamma Communications, who are a cloud communication services provider. They were at 1,300 in March, low of 1,000, and now at 125. So I think they've still got a little bit of room to grow back up to where they were before. Then the next one is Learning Technologies, who are a UK e-learning services provider. They were 135 in March, down at 110 at the low, back up at 130 now, so maybe a little bit room for movement there. I'm not 100% convinced on them. That might be one of these where I take a bit more of a risk because it's the Practise account rather than the real thing. And then finally, Micro Focus, who are a UK infrastructure software company that allow digital transformation within businesses. They were 700 in March. Now we're down at 315 as their low and back with 535 now. So I think they've got some good room for manoeuvement going back up. And then finally, the fifth stock I've decided to go for. So I was only going to put $28,000 originally, and then add a bit more as the week went on. But shortly after I made them for, I decided to go for another 7,000, taking up to 35 grand invested in total. And that's because I think Tom's going to go big. I think he's going to go 1 or 2 stocks. And he loves his entertainment. He loves Disney. He loves Cineworld. So I've put 7,000 on Cineworld just to counteract. If that does really well, at least it counteracts a bit of the benefit he'll get from that. Hopefully I'll follow him a little bit with that one there. I don't know if that's a tactic I'm going to use in the real thing. It kind of makes it null and void if we do the same thing. But I've had a look at Cineworld and I can see where he's coming from with that one. I think there's a little bit of movement in there. So yeah, I've followed him with that one. Let's see where it goes. So currently, BT Group, Gamma Communications, Learning Technologies, Micro Focus, and Cineworld. Fingers crossed I beat him, because I don't want the forfeit in the first week. No way. Can't be having that.
Right, so as you can probably see, today didn't go too well. Now, I'm not too concerned about it really, because if you see here, like EasyJet, that one has fell quite a lot. Definitely something I'll take from this is I started as soon as we'd finished recording the first part of this, so around about this peak point right here. So it was just going to fall all the way through. What I've done is I've just gone through each one of them and just put a sell order in. I've done that for pretty much most of them, just so if they get to a certain point, it'll just sell it without me having to worry about it, really. Especially just because we're just running this off the week. If we was going further through it, I'd be paying a bit more attention to what's going on. Johnson & Johnson, and I pretty much just picked that up on a whim earlier. It was doing quite well, but it seems to have dropped quite a bit. It's looking alright. I'll probably check back first thing in the morning, but most things will probably go up for a bit and then start coming back down. But we'll run through a few predictions that I'm thinking, because I'm definitely thinking with Matt anyway, he's probably been a bit more reserved with what he's done. I don't think he's spent all his money on it yet. So, yeah, I'll throw around some ideas of what I think he's been doing, and we'll have to go from there. Hope you guys enjoyed today's first episode. If you want to really help me out, there's going to be my link down in the description below to join Trading 212, get yourself a free share.